What is the most memorable incident that happened on the set while shooting A Childless Mother? You mean other than like our props catching fire? Hey cinema world! My name is Zofan. I'm a filmmaker, photographer from Singapore, now based in Paris. And I'm also the film director and scriptwriter for A Childless Mother. What do we care about in this world? What do you care about in this world? I think this is why I came into filmmaking for. And like I started making films because I really wanted to talk about social issues, but then now honestly I just make films because I want to make the world happy. Sounds as like lala as anything, but I think we all know how difficult this world is. We all are living through difficult lives. We all are living through our own difficulties, our own troubles, our own anxieties, like our own just mess in our brains every single day. So why not use this very powerful medium to just make someone smile for today? To make someone realize that, wow, how beautiful life is at the end of today. To make people feel heard, to make people feel like someone understands them in this universe, to make them feel like, oh my god, like I'm normal. That's what I mean by trying to make the world happy. It's not like happy as in happy in itself is just a great simple word, but happiness comes in many different forms, and that's what I want to try and explore. And sometimes you have to cry first in order to become happy. Sometimes you let out all your anger and your just pent up frustrations before you can be happy. So this is what films can do for you. I don't know why it became like a filmmaking class anymore. Let's talk more about like the film. So, what is the value of women in your society? What does it mean to be a woman? I think this is why I made the film A Childless Mother. In order to find out why does the society care so much about whether women can give birth or not? Women and mothers seem to be linked together at birth. Oh, look at that. It's like if she can't give birth, she's not even like a normal woman anymore. And that was like quite strange a thing to think about if you realize. Because if you do a little bit of research, I mean, depending on the sources, some say 10 to 20% of pregnancies end in miscarriages. Some others say 30 to 40 conceptions end in miscarriages. Because the thing is that many women don't even know, because the miscarriage happens so early in the pregnancy that many women don't even know they were pregnant and they already got miscarriage. So if you think about it, 30 to 40%, even 10 to 20%, it's not normal anymore, no? It's actually pretty normal that if women are unable to carry to full term just on their first try. And I tried to do it looking at the relationship between Lynn, an ultrasound technician, with her mom, who is like this fertility doctor, and they work together, right? So it's not easy, a mother and daughter's relationship. In Mandarin, you say 三个女人一台戏. If you have mother and daughter, there's already two, so that's 2/3 of a show. Like there's enough drama in there to make like. And then the mother who wants her daughter to have kids, but then thinks that like it's because the daughter doesn't want to have kids, and the daughter is too scared for some reason to talk to her mom about it. The fact that like she has the shame that she was ashamed that she, of all person, the daughter of a fertility doctor, couldn't bear children.
You know the question they love to ask? What do you want to be when you grow up?
This is a full IVF cycle. That's $10,000.
Slowly I learned they didn't really care what I became, as long as I could meet that one expectation of theirs.
已经结婚差不多5年了哈，现在的年轻人都不喜欢生孩子。
look on her face the last time.
Lynn, wake up!
It's important you watch it, guys, so that you can think about the value of women in your society. There's a whole other question. I'm not even sure this would go in the final video, but I remember when we were showing this film to an audience, and inside there was a scene where the husband rapes the wife, and there was a male audience who asked, but he's the husband, how can it be rape? So that goes to show a lot of things. Next, what is the most memorable incident that happened on the set while shooting A Childless Mother? It was crazy. That story was so moral of the story is that cotton is highly flammable. Yeah, it just catches fire really fast. We had no idea, and see, that's why filmmaking teaches you things, because we had this like prop that was made of cotton. I will not do a spoilers, but like, you know, it was in this shape and it was made of cottons, and we were lighting candles up beside it, and then like I literally saw it before my eye. Like our production designer was lighting it up, the candles right next to it, and the next thing you know, the whole prop with cotton like caught on fire, like just like that. And I don't remember what happened next, except like we managed to put it out, everyone was saved, nothing else was burned, because thank God everything was like well put. I think everything else was not around it. It was just a table with that cotton thing. But yeah, we were shocked. We were really shocked. It's a bunch of like 19 years old who were not allowed to play with fire. It's okay, I'm older now, I can do that. Yeah, it was just that was insane. But you mean like other than that, okay, next question. What advice would you give to someone who wants to go into filmmaking? But like, let me think, because like, you know, they always ask people what advice, and then you have all sorts of advice like, oh, don't like go into filmmaking, or it's gonna be tough but it's gonna be worth it, or if you want to do it, just do it. But like, can I add something more to this conversation? Filmmaking is a lifestyle. It's like, you don't just it's like people tell you once you go into filmmaking you never come out. It's not even that you can't come out, it's just basically you're just in it, because your whole entire lifestyle is kind of determined by the projects that you take up. If you're lucky, that you have projects all the time, and then it's like when you're busy, you're just exhausted and busy and busy and busy. When you have nothing to do, you would like rest for a day and be like, oh my god, I have nothing, no projects going on, like let me get back. It kind of becomes your religion in some ways. I mean, it's what gives you purpose, motivation, and spirit and energy to go on in life. And if you're lucky, honestly, you'll find out that filmmaking is the best school of life ever. Well, you get as much out of it as what you put in, really. So how much you put in is how much you get out of it. If you just you give it your life, it's gonna give you a whole life back. And it's that one thing that continues to teach you non-stop. As long as you engage in it, you're always gonna be learning something new about yourself, about this world, about the people around you, about your characters, about how to be a better human, about why other humans don't behave the same way as you do, or why you don't behave the same way as other humans do. That's why I love filmmaking, really. It makes me grow. It makes me a better person, if I may say that. And it's still a continual process, so I still become like an even better person, but like by engaging in filmmaking even more. The craziest thing that happened on set was us, you know, trying to fill up this huge bathtub of water. You think that like all you need to do in a bathtub scene, like it's just actress goes in, camera follows in, and voila. But no. It was actually like a crazy, insane scene where we had to kind of, because it was like a one take kind of thing, where she is having a shower, but then she was like, you know, she steps into the bath, takes a shower, and then she falls and sits back into this bathtub you know, submerging herself underwater. But guess what? Like, the bathtub doesn't fill up that fast. So from the start of that one take, as she just switches on the shower head, till the moment that she lies down, there was maybe about just like 10 seconds of difference, and we had to find a way. So if the camera was like here, the actress was inside, like, you know, doing her thing, and then the camera was like trying to follow her, you know, capture her emotions and everything. We had this other guy on the side, our dear prop guy, who was like throwing in like buckets of water to the bathtub from his huge bucket that we prepared in advance. So things you don't know about filmmaking, well, there you go. There was one very memorable scene. He was like, what else can I tell you about my short film? That is now available on Cinema World. So catch it. And like, I have other films coming up, so you can catch that too. So yep, I think it's so great that Cinema was providing this platform for filmmakers to showcase their short films, because there's just not yet in place in the world like a mature ecosystem for short films. Like, there's a very mature ecosystem for feature films, but not yet for shorts. And so I think it's so great that Cinema was taking the lead. There will be chances for our films to be able to like move and touch and raise conversations, start discussions in many more worlds. Because every single person in this world is a world of its own. His or her, it doesn't matter. And so like, when we are able to touch just one more person, that's an entire world that we have touched. And this one short film is far from enough. Really. This one short film cannot do anything until you do something about it. This one short film cannot do anything until you watch it. So all I hope is that with this short film, A Childless Mother, people start thinking about this thing, because it goes way beyond whether women can give birth, but really back to what I mentioned at the start. What is the value of women in your world? So yes, everyone, good luck. Make more films, watch more Cinema World, and stay happy, guys. Bye. Let's